on StreamYard. We are all set. You're connected to us on our Zoom call line, and we are live on the show. We are recording to iCloud right now, connected to our Zoom cloud, and we are recording for Transform View Media Network. And we also have Zach Layton with the PAC channel, and we're always coming into the Disability channel, TVD. So again, we're here at Blue Collar Crypto. We're all set to go on Zoom. Emily Gulmer is on podcast engineering using StreamYard to bring us out to all of you over there on YouTube. And I'm using the magic of Zoom Enterprise with the Zoom Enterprise deal from the Happy Neighborhood Project. Check it out. If you want to deal with Zoom, go ahead and help yourself. It's available for free through the Happy Co-op. And you can get in there through happyneighborhoodproject.com. But we're here to talk about cryptocurrency, Blue Collar Crypto by Tim Terosian. So Tim, come on in here. Thanks for doing the show. Emily and I are happy to be here with you, co-hosting this wonderful set of basics, keeping it simple, and that it's cryptocurrency for everybody, Blue Collar Crypto. Take it away, Tim. What you got today?
Hi, I'm going to do this limited production today. I cannot hear myself, but the point is that you can hear me. And today we are going to be talking about the subject. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, so you have something for you have something called the Internet of Things, right? The Internet, IoT, right? So it's called the Internet of Things. And from here on out, of things, right? I can spell things. Okay. Internet of Things. This is a new economy. We're going to, instead of saying new economy, we're going to call it the Internet of Things. So I'm going to keep interchanging here. Repetition, right? Repetition is how we learn. Okay? So I'm going to repeat here. Internet of Things. Maybe in the future we're going to call it the IoT. That might be slang because it stands for the Internet of Things. It's the new economy. I'm going to type in new economy in the chat. Right? Economy, new economy. Now, what makes it the new economy is 5G. 5G is what you see on the television commercials if you watch television. It's a cellular, it's the cellular waves that connect your phones. Now, instead of connecting phones, we're going to connect things with 5G. Everything is going to be connected in a virtual world. So I'm going to type that into the chat. Everything is going to be connected in the virtual, hold on, world. Okay, and that's also considered 5G as a technology. And the definition of Internet of Things, Internet, hold on, let's just go IoT. Definition. Because some of us learn this way, we're gonna call it the definition. The definition of Internet of Things. Okay, the definition, for those of us who know what a dictionary is, or a thesaurus, this is the definition of Internet of Things. So IoT, from here on out, the IoT definition. So anybody want to pipe in and tell me what the definition is of IoT? Does anybody want to say what IoT stands for and what it is? Anybody hosts okay, here it is. Here's the definition.
You were talking
Go
about
ahead.
Internet of Things is IoT.
Yep.
So that's like a ledger, right? Or I guess.
Yep.
So it's like,
it's a lecture. Yeah.
An account for transactions that you use in the crypto networks.
No, thank you. No, I appreciate that. It is not, it doesn't concern cryptocurrency. And so why is it important that we talk about something that is not directly, why do we talk about something that's not a, why does something that doesn't, why do we mention it here in blue collar crypto? Eventually, cryptocurrency will be the currency that is shared in the Internet of Things. So I'll just put that in the chat because we may lose some people. Cryptos is the currency
All right, so Tim, where are you typing this in? Because you're not connected to our Zoom interface that you're talking to us on, and it's not coming through to like my phone, or you're texting this to Emily.
Are you getting audio?
Yeah, we're talking. You're live on Facebook. We got our YouTube audience listening to us. So yeah, we got all the audio. I'm just saying you're taking time to type this out for information for our audience, but Emily and I don't know where you're typing it to. And
in the chat? Is it in the chat?
No, you are not connected to our Zoom meeting. So whatever chat you're using is not with this show.
Can I continue just talking?
Yeah, just keep talking, and if you need something typed out for our audience, I'm hoping Emily could type it out for our audience for you.
It's okay. I'll just do that.
Okay.
Let's do something. So let me continue. So instead of just U.S. dollars being transacted, we'll have cryptocurrencies being transacted, along with maybe a couple other cryptos as payment. And with 5G will be the technology. It's a cellular communication waves. It's a radio wave that we use for our cell phones now. And we'll all have devices connected to everything. Everything will have a device connected to it that will be a transponder for 5G cellular waves, like radio waves. So everything will have a radio wave connected to it. Every object, a chair, a table, a car, anything that moves, a delivery service will have a transponder that they'll be able to track your every move. So gone will be, where are you? We know where you are. There won't be any dropped calls anymore, because every object will be communicating with every other object. So we won't be missing any calls. Our cell lines will be much clearer. Cell towers will be much more efficient. We're going to have a product called Relay, R-E-L-A-Y, Relay. You can order these relays, and they are like walkie-talkies. They're better than cell phones. You just attach a relay to an object, and now it can communicate just anywhere, anytime. Better than a cell phone, like a walkie-talkie. You just press a button, and you're communicating. It's a far advanced cell phone. It's called a Relay. It's a company called R-E-L-A-Y. Also, non-fungible tokens, which are cryptos, will be attached, will be part of these. Buildings will have a relay on them. Every object will be, everything on Pinterest, every picture that wants to be, everything in our regular physical world will now become a virtual world. We'll be living in two worlds, the physical world and the virtual world at the same time. We will have a physical world. We're used to knocking on somebody's door and walking in, but we can also go inside their door in the virtual world. We can knock on somebody's door virtually. We don't have to leave our house to go visit our friends. We can knock on the door and walk in their house virtually and talk to them. It's not that much different than some science fiction movies or similarities to the Jetsons. For those of us who are in our 50s and 60s and remember, 70s, we remember that there's some similarities. We're going to have flying vehicles, electric cars that fly. So we're going to use more space above the ground than we have. We'll be more 3D. For those of you who know what like the technology of 3D, things will be more 3D. You'll be able to do transactions easier, not just financial transactions, right? But financial transactions will be even easier than they are today. So we need to introduce the Internet of Things. The device that we use is called a relay. You can purchase that device today and become part of the virtual world. Also, you can invest in 5G if you want and become a millionaire, just like you might have invested in oil in the past. So the Internet of Things, 5G technology is the oil of tomorrow. It's a currency. When I say currency, it is the silver, gold of tomorrow. It is the oil of tomorrow. It's called the 5G technology, and the virtual world, which uses relays, which are there for communication. But we're not just communicating with our words, we're communicating with signals, and devices will be communicating with each other. So it won't just be us communicating with me and Kurt and Emily talking to each other, but it'll be Kurt's car talking to my car, right? As we're driving past each other. It'll be a bus communicating with a car. Look out, watch out for me. I'm over here, So we don't, it'll be planes communicating with cell phone, with towers, with traffic control towers in a more efficient way. It'll make our world safer, and hopefully create more of an economic boom. We're starting to see the economic boom already. We will travel. Travel will be easier. But we'll have virtual options to everything that's in the physical world. We'll have a virtual option for anything that's in the physical world. There's some things you can't do in the virtual world. I can't really mention here, but yeah, already we're starting to see changes. And the first thing that Kurt has mentioned is cryptocurrency, and that is the beginning. Some of the technology we're using for changing our transactional, our banking is changing. Certain parts of our world are changing at this point. Our stock market has gone electronic. That's been with us a long, long, long time. The currency world is changing. We'll be foreign governments using cryptocurrency, as we've mentioned before in this podcast. Foreign governments will have choices. Individuals will be creating coins and money and trading them virtually. And then I know this is an all out there type of podcast. It's a little different than before. But as the 5G rolls out, we're going to have new options. 5G, we're told that we all have 5G on our phones. Well, not quite. We don't exactly have it. It hasn't rolled out yet. The structures, the cell towers for 5G are not here quite yet. Our phones are capable of it, is what they're telling us, but we do not communicate in 5G. Only very few small pockets of our country have 5G. I would say the elite, the wealthy have it, but only certain parts are capable of 5G as we speak. So we have a lot to look forward to with our phones. Better communications, better transactions, less, the downside is we'll have less interaction on a personal face-to-face level, talking to people, and more virtual communications. So there'll be people that they want to communicate. Already we're starting to see this. I myself prefer face-to-face communication, and I'm adjusting to this. And a lot of people that are listening to this podcast are like, yes, I miss those days when we could just, talk on the telephone. Well, that's changing. A lot of things in that era are changing. So, along with face-to-face. So, that's just what I wanted this podcast to be. I wanted to be able to relate further podcasts to this issue, the issue of the Internet of Things and 5G. If you do want to invest in a cryptocurrency, I can relate to you. Helium is a crypto that is the leader in 5G. So I will recommend a cryptocurrency. I've never done that before. Helium would be the cryptocurrency to invest in because it will be the leader in 5G. So investing in Helium would be like investing in, let's see, what's a big gas oil company? British Petroleum, just like Helium. It's just the oil company of the future because they are the leader in 5G. They're called Helium. So Helium is the oil company of the future as it grows from a cryptocurrency into something such as a leader, a world corporation. So as we said on previous, or as I like to express now, is borders between countries are going to go away. They're going to be less important. Governments are going to have to, are going to be helped by this. They're going to be, people especially will be helped by the 5G world. The people, it will be democratizing. Much like some of the movies that we've seen in the past, some of the TV and so forth, there's some similarities. So I think I'd like to close this out. I think I've been on this podcast quite a while and look forward to the next, as soon as possible, we'll have another episode. As soon as anybody wants, we'll do it. Okay, so I'm going to close out and leave it to Kurt Roskoff and Emily Gollmer.
All right, thank you very much, Tim Terosian. We are always pleased to have Tim over here on the World of Ability Podcast Network. That was a fruitful episode and packed with good nuggets of information. Tim always comes on here and has a little twist, a little something new for me. Yours truly, Kurt Roskoff. I learned I didn't know about that Internet of Things and some of the things coming in today. I hope many of you out there learned right along with me right here live on Facebook and YouTube. Again, big thanks to the Disability Channel for all of the great work happening throughout the day, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And with the PAC channel, Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, doing a lot of wonderful work as we're networking across the Happy Neighborhood Project. We can't help but to stumble upon people benefiting from Community Pay It Forward, Zach Clayton, and the PAC channel, as do we here, Tim Terosian, Emily Gollmer, and myself, Kurt Roskoff. We are pleased to be your hosts of this show, and we also want to make sure we're giving great props to Transform You Media Network, Marcus Hart, our podcast mogul, based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He and I connected through River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. And as we're wrapping up here, we're just 5 minutes away from connecting with our friends with the 12 o'clock shakedown. That is Central Time. Emily and Tim are out in South Central Wisconsin, and I'm out in the Milwaukee area. And so we're all on Central Time. We believe we're the center of the universe. Or maybe I should just speak for myself. But yeah, Central Time, so 12 o'clock shakedown. So I'll be on the Eastern Time Zone, 1 o'clock or 10 a.m. over there in the Pacific. And want to welcome you all to that. We're back on Facebook Live through my profile. You can go to facebook.com and search for 12 o'clock shakedown. You can find a Facebook page that Jim Turk uses for this daily live stream for 15 minutes of music and motion. And we always have it complete with Mark. Mark brings us the national, holidays and the, days being recognized. What is it the day for? Sometimes it's food being celebrated and all sorts of fun stuff. So have fun with us, socialize, meet your friends through the 12 o'clock shakedown. That's your shakedown challenge. Emily Gollmer, over to you. Emily, do you want the host controls of the Zoom meeting, or am I going to keep the host controls?
You can hand them over to me. That's fine.
All right. So we're going to hand over the host controls on Zoom and the whole control of this, because Emily always has the final word as our podcast engineer. We rely on her to button it up. She's going to be ending the recording for all of our syndicated partners. She's going to be ending the live stream she's doing over on StreamYard, and also ending this Facebook Live through the host controls on Zoom. Take it away, Emily. Finish us up. We're ready to get out of here. Get over to Shakedown.
Recording stopped.
Emily, it's over to you. What are your last words? Oh, you didn't give any last words. Are you still live on anything? Still on StreamYard?
No. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
You shut off StreamYard? We're off of YouTube?
No.
No? Say goodbye to YouTube. Come on.
Okay.
Let's do a little bit of hosting. Co-host. Your co-host.
All right, YouTube. Just wanted to thank Tim for all the information. I did learn a couple new things, just like Kurt. And I encourage everybody to come back and tune in to our next episode. And could everybody join us at Shakedown as well? So with that.
All right, Emily, let us know when we are off of YouTube.
So with that,
Bye.
hopefully everybody stay healthy and stay happy.
Stay happy. Happy